Hello, farm owners. It's Trevor here, and I am back for another episode on Farm Manager 2018. Rever's Farm, I think I called it. In any event, I haven't done anything at this moment since the last set of videos, which was how to get the farm started. I have messed around with some things on my test map, and other than that, wanted to talk to you guys about the next step in building up the farm. And that is going to be what I would like to think of as like strengthening our position. Like right now we're breaking even. I'm sure we're going to get some money in, but I want to make it even better. And there's a few things I want to do right away so that throughout the course of the winter we can reap the benefits of it, since we have a few bucks up there. One of the things that we're definitely going to want to do is ramp up our beekeeping. However, in 2 months, that will come to a grinding halt. I've got 5 people sitting around doing nothing, but I do have a grass field up here that's going to need to be harvested. But I want to come in here and I want to put down, a road. And the greenhouse, as you guys could probably see. I want to come over here. I noticed they come in the one door and these guys go through some kind of goofy paths. So let's just box it in with roads right there. That'll help us place. The roads are awkwardly done in this game, I think. I'm going to just hit that once. I don't know if they would go in the opposite way. Like, if you look, let me spin this around. You know what? Let's even try that. See how they have that? There's like a box in the front of this thing. Right there. It's like a box with the irrigation system attached to it. Irrigation looking thing. I'm wondering if that would affect the way they come in. Like, see, the arrows are both pointing out, but they seem to go in one end and then come out the other all the time. They don't. You would think they'd just go in and out the closer door. So let's spin these around opposite the way the other ones are. Let's make sure they're all the way up in this corner. There you go. There's one. I should have hit the shift button. Don't talk too long. Let's get this stuff built, right? So I spun those all the way around the other way. There we go. Perfect. So now that we have those placed, I can take my roads and bring them here. Again, don't overlap your roads because they charge you again. So there we go. So we got a road in between. We got our water right there. But one of the things I definitely want to do here pretty soon is get this to the point. I want to get the irrigation in because it just, it does just keep these at 100%. I don't have to worry about running people over there all the time. All right, now the next thing I want to do is come over here, and we're going to double, even though we don't have enough cows hardly to begin with, but I want to double this because the workers that are in here can get us good animals. Small cow shed. So we're going to double our cows. I know we don't have enough. We're not being self-sufficient. When I say enough, I know we don't have enough food for all these animals. And I'm going to do the same thing here with my chicken coop. Now, for the sake of as far in there as I can get it. I'd also like to do, not that I think I need it, but just want to take a road and put it across behind this guy. There we go. Just be a space holder for the future anyway. So there we go. So there's our construction. Now, like I said, at any moment, one of the things we could do is before this thing goes. What's that other one? No, it's not ready. I'm just going to get these 5 people out here watering this field. It'll get it up to 100%. It's not like they're doing anything else. I'm not sure. I don't think we talked about it, but I'm just going to leave these fields sit there. Hopefully we'll get some rain. I can't spray them. I can't do anything to them, so hopefully they don't get any bugs or anything like that. And again, it's just a little tiny field. And it's mostly there to get us some more honey. So there we go. One other thing to note. Let's see. Can we see the move button? I watched somebody else's video. They sold not all their whatever chickens they wanted to move the house physically. Well, build your house first, and this is what we're going to do anyway. We're going to come up here and move a good number of these chickens, maybe even half, whatever, over to the other side. And now they can't choose a building because it's not built yet. Now with the cows, I'm probably not going to do that, just because, yeah, it's not worth it, because there's only 4 cows there. I might as well just get 2 more cows and get that milk production up. Now, one more thing. I want to come in here and look at allowed food. We don't have any silage yet, and we're really not going to have much this year. We didn't get a lot of fields planted. Felt like we did a lot of stuff, but we really, weren't prepared, I guess you could say. So what I'm going to do is buy some of this stuff in. So we're going to get some apples. I won't buy grass for now because we should be getting more of it. But we'll get some apples and some silage with the hopes that the cows have plenty to eat. Let's go ahead and buy that right now. So let's do, might as well just search silage. I mean, we don't have a ton of money, but this stuff is really pretty cheap. So if we just let's get 1,200. It sounds like a good number, right? More than 1,000. And then the apples, I think, are a little more expensive. I watched another guy's video, and he bought a whole bunch of, he didn't buy apple trees, but he bought like wheat seeds instead of wheat. Tried to feed them to the chickens, and it took him a while. He did eventually figure out, I don't know, let's just get, apples go bad, so let's just get 400 apples. I don't know. It seems to me that these animals do better when they have their, when they have food. So we got this chicken thing here. We can do the move thing now. So move. Yeah, let's just move half of them over. There you go. Now it's complaining we don't have a person, which we don't. So let's come in here and do my handy dandy. I just want somebody who's full-time cattle. But see, this person costs a lot more, even though there's 0 production skill. So I'll just click this until I get my 5 of 5. And, there she is. Alright, so we're going to assign her to there. Now those chickens should be reasonably happy pretty soon. Except for allowed food. We only have some rye. If we buy wheat, the cows are going to want to eat it if we leave it on auto, but the cows don't eat the lupine and they don't eat the sunflowers. So why don't we go ahead and buy some of those things. How much are sunflowers? A little bit expensive. I don't think they'll eat that many, but let's get them 500 of that. I'm not too worried about not too worried about these guys. This is a lot cheaper. Let me get 600 of that. Alright, so that took some of our change, but that'll keep the animals happier for a while. And these people are getting done watering that field, but as soon as they're done, I have a feeling we're going to be out there harvesting it. We might even want to take on a few more people for the sake of getting all these harvests done. You know what? Well, we need 4 people to work this field. Alright, come on. Now that this field's fully watered, we can kind of let it go. But how many days? Oh, 17 days. Never mind. We don't need to worry about that. And this one still has 38 days. And I think I'm even just too late to plant the wheat in here, so I think we're just going to leave that field go. I'll show you what happens, that it just sort of goes back to ground zero when you like you think, oh, I'll get ahead and I'll plow and cultivate it, but it's not why I'm leaving it there. So yeah, see, this one is ready to go. So let's set them out there to do that. And then we do need some, I do want to get this started. We could use 3 people to work these. Though we'll have extra people after we get done that. It is only the 6th, so if I hire and fire them, I won't pay too much for it. And we'll get, well, I'd like to get them going. But why don't we just be patient? How's that sound? All right, so now we have this building. So let's hire. That's probably what I should have done first the first time. 3 of 5. 1 of 5. It's a lot easier to find them with one skill. I don't know that looking, well, this is pretty, it's not cheating because it is the game mechanic, but, and then there is a certain pain to sitting here, you know, opening and closing this. So I guess they are making you pay for it in certain, I mean, it's very easy to say, oh, to hell with it, I'll just hire this person. Especially if you're looking for, you know, like I want a tractor driving cow person, animal person. And look like the last one kind of came pretty quick. This one could take us a while. Keep getting 4 of 5s. I can't get that golden 5 of 5. It's actually not that hard usually. There you go. 5 of 5. So we'll put Aaron in there, and then we'll, I don't know why I closed that. Let's buy Aaron 2 more cows. There we go. Chickens are already getting ready. Oops. I've been better about not hitting that escape button to get out of menus and then escaping the game. So allowed food. No, we don't have apples and grass. We do have them, but let's put this on auto manage for now. Nah, I don't want it on auto manage. I don't want them eating my rye. Let's leave the rye for... Does that add up? The auto manage off. Don't eat the rye. Eventually we might not worry about that so much, but let's get them. So they're knocking off that. If I move this one down. Yeah, let's. There we go. That's kind of what I wanted to do. And we'll just... There you go. That's fine. Alright, so they'll eat that stuff in those proportions until they run out. We should get more grass in. I'm not sure how much silage we'll end up making this year because, I don't know, we're better off just keeping it as grass, letting the cows eat it. We'll make a judgment. So there you go. So I'm going to just work this through the rest of the winter. You know, get these sheep bred back up, or chickens bred back up, and hopefully we'll be breeding cows here sometime soon. What do they have in the warehouse? Nothing. Oh, so they just dropped off the cows a second ago. So. And we got milk, grass, crops. Come on, guys. Get out there and feed them that stuff. All right, you get the idea. I will be back when I go to do more, which will be sometime probably in the winter once we've built up a little bit more money. Talk to you then. Oh, I thought I'd come back for a minute. Paused it just to set my recording up. And if you doubted whether we were profitable, you can see that we now have, what, $65,000? So we're making good money. Of course, some of it's because we've got a few more cows and a few more chickens. But really, the greenhouses, I just got this one planted. I haven't even harvested this one. So really, all the money we're getting is from the things that we had done earlier for the most part. Again, a little bit here or there from the cows, but imagine you could do the math, but I'm not going to. But one of the reasons I came back is I want to fire some people. And I want to put in these irrigation systems. And you may say, oh, that's a waste. Yeah, I agree with you. But my life is too short. And these things just will make my life so much more pleasant. In addition, when it comes to, what people are doing, not worrying about these things is actually a little more significant than nothing. It does... I'd had to divert people over to this one soon because it was getting down to 90%. And, and then I got grass field coming up here that's, I'm hoping to get another harvest, 12 days. We'll get another harvest of that. This one, 20 days. We'll probably get a harvest of that too. I mean, it might not be 100% harvest, but as I go to fire some people, let's see, who are we going to get rid of? These are two real good guys. I don't want to get rid of them. Spent too long looking. Same with her and him. He's good. I mean, these are all good people. We'll put up with their costs. This guy is my production B guy. And I'm just not going to do production. And I think, that production number is just too low. And I really don't know that there's any benefit to a good production person at this point. So I am going to release him for the sake of, just getting rid of money. We'll hire a new B person come next spring. And we'll keep this B guy on because he's good at harvesting. We don't really need this many harvesters, but, this guy, I've kind of changed my attitude. Even though he's the good strength, he costs us a good amount more money, and I'd really kind of rather have this harvest effect be the higher of the two. So we're going to release that guy. Kind of wish this screen stayed open. I would like to keep her, but my new criteria has been, let's get people who are 6 points at least, with the higher one being here. So she's gone. And again, we don't need all these people for the winter. Now this last guy, I mean, he meets my criteria, but he's costing us a good amount of money, $700 a month. That's... Yeah, I don't particularly want to get rid of him, but it's going to cost... We don't need him. We just paid $40,000 for the irrigation system. And if we fire him, we'll have 4 people sitting around doing nothing. Just means we'll have to go look for a decent person. He's a decent guy. I would hire him back in the spring. Wouldn't that be nice if you could do that? I guess that's somewhat the idea with the seasonal workers, but goodbye. All right, so that cost us a fair amount of money to do that. We fired them in the middle of the month, but we won't get the bigger bill at the end. See, they only cost us $300. That was half their pay, as opposed to, at the beginning of the month here, we'll see a good chunk less in employee salaries. So there you go. That's why I came back. The other reason I came back is, let's get some people working. Now, by the way, it also makes this a little bit easier. We can split them in half if we think there's another house that's going to go real quick, but I'm just going to set them all on this one. This house still has some days, and hey, now we don't have to worry about watering them anymore. I was constantly, blah, blah, blah. If you played the game as much as I already have, it just gets annoying. Now they're just always 100%. If we're out in these fields next summer and we just can leave these sit there until we're ready to get to them if we don't have enough people. It just takes, and the pressure is that once these go down, they're permanently down. All you can do is completely replant them. Now we don't have to worry about anything like that. My life is less stressful, which is therefore better in my opinion. I will say this. This field got hit by insects. We were able to spray it. This one got hit after it was ready to harvest. You know what? Let's get this one guy on there picking up that little bit of straw. Probably not the best guy to put on that. But anyway, if you notice, this field went down to 12%, and that's because it got hit with fungus. And it was after it was ready to be harvested, and there was just nothing I could do. But I'd far rather get that good old buckwheat honey up here than to have harvested that field early for that. Well, let's see. What did we get for our 12%? We might as well. I don't think nobody eats buckwheat honey. So let's see. Sell. Let's make sure we don't have anything else to sell. I have a tendency to forget about that. Let's see. How's buckwheat honey? You know what? Let's just get rid of it. $12,000. Right, it was in the middle. It might go back down, might go up. You know what? We don't need this strawberry seedling. We can sell that. Must have ordered an extra one. There it is. So we got $9. How much did we just sell that? You know what? Let's sell the buckwheat honey. Now, even if we had gotten 10 times that amount, because we were down to close to 10%, right? We would have got $90. And I'm not sure how much of that buckwheat honey came from the last, I was probably like that for close to 2 months with the fungus on it, not too long after I stopped recording, and got $12,000. So, who cares if you bring in the crop or not in that case? Here we probably got people that can do this. Yep, get that stuff off of the field. Now, we have some straw, right? We could get the silage thing going with one of these guys, and that leaves the third one over there, so there's nobody free. Oh, there's somebody. Yeah, you know what? Oh, no, he's a 5 of 5. Let's pick one of our 4 or 5s. And then we need to set up, we need to sell those. Straw. And you know what? We might as well use those crops up too. There you go. Yeah, let's. Oh, by the way, I put the strawberries and the. Oops. So, I put the strawberries on auto sell, and I wish they would tell you in here what you're auto selling. Like, just write auto sold. See, like it doesn't really. I have auto trade 0, so if it's above 0, but in any event. So we're getting 4,500 each. Now the prices are up, I guess, but we're getting 4,500 for each time we do these strawberries, and they're coming up. Look, this one was just harvested, right? Every 41 days. So considering we have 3 houses of strawberries, that's really not that's some pretty good money to make throughout the winter time, So we'll keep piling it on. We'll at least pay for the people we have, and I will see you in the spring. How's that sound? All right, talk to you shortly. We'll have more plans and hopefully a few more bucks by the springtime. Well, here we are, the first day of spring, and though I don't live in Minnesota, I guess this is like spring in Minnesota. Apparently they've had quite a bit of snow here into April even. In any event, I paused the game. I have a plan. And that plan is to get a plow. And in order to get said plow, we are going to need to build some stuff. And I want to put a road here just so we have a road. And the first thing we're going to need in order to get a plow is obviously one of these kind of garage buildings. So my thought is to put the parking garage in and have it face this way. So I put that road in just so we have it because it makes life easier. So see where that tree is right there? This tree, that's where I got to put a road not too close to that, somewhere, in between these 2 trees here. So let's do that. I think that'll work. I hope that'll work. Let's just put one piece of road down and then come back, because we can always bulldoze it and it won't cost much, and see if, yep, that would fit right there. So that piece of road's not blocking it, which is good. And the reason I did that was because if you notice, one of the things I did was, here, let me come here and we'll go over to the house, even though we can get there the other way. If I come down here, one of the things I've been doing is training on a bunch of stuff. So we still have 28,000. And yet we've managed to train on all these different things. So reduce the price of machines, reduce the, strength, or increase the strength of employees a couple different ways. I'm not sure. Maybe, I hope this is multiple. Oh, that's 1 and 2. Never mind. I assume that's 20 total, not 30. But who knows? Labor training. Now, is this multiplicative? Like, is it 10% and then another 10? Is that 30? Or is it 10% plus another 20%, if that makes sense? but whatever. It's going to keep people out in the fields longer. You know, hopefully we play this map for quite a while. All this stuff pays off, and a lot of these things are really cheap. HR training, cheaper workers. Yes, very interested in that. So anytime we hire somebody, they're $50 less a month or something like that, 50, $60, especially as we get more and more expensive employees. I can't stand this menu. I doubt anybody is watching me, but if I had one request, I think I might make it fix this stupid menu just because of the way it works. In any event, again, reduce bills by 5%. I got that all the way up to 12%. Like probably see, look, you scroll and it goes all the way up. I'm scrolling down. I did not hit the scroll up. HR training, yeah, we did that one. So anyway, we've got our bills reduced on the farm up to 12%. That's a pretty good chunk. I'm not sure which bills it is exactly, but 10% cheaper workers, stronger employees. And then this one is going to be, let's see, we can go back to it. Reduce the price of buildings by 10%. So once we buy, it costs like $2,000 to do that. So once we buy about $200,000 in buildings. All right, I'm rambling, aren't I? Let's come here, and I believe that everything we want, let's make sure of this. Just to get started, I want a plow, a cultivator, and a tractor. We want this red tractor, not the orchard one. It's $36,000, which, you know, was like $45,000. So we're getting a good discount on it or something. Maybe that's just the market is lit lower. Cultivator. What I really want to make sure of is this is medium. Is this the big cultivator? See, that's the big cultivator. I don't know that we really need it, but I guess why not, right? Like it's not that much more money. Yeah, this is really kind of goofy, isn't it? Plows. Yeah, I mean, we might as well go with the big plow. I mean, it's not, in the grand scheme of things, I don't know that it makes much difference, but I mean, they both are good for both machines. It's a little bit more money, but really not with the kind of money we make. Well, let's get the big one. But in any event, it's a medium machine. So that's the important part. Same thing, I think, with the plows. Yep, medium. And the tractor's medium. So that means we can go ahead. I do want to get the big parking space, but why not buy the cheaper building first? And we'll put that right there. If we go out in any direction with the fields, it's going to tend to be that way. So it'll be good to have these machines over here. We'll tend to go this way with our production. And I don't know, we'll go this way with downtown city that we build next. Anyway. We could probably, just to give these people something to do, get them plowing these fields. I don't want that guy. Let's get somebody with strength. And let's do the same thing here. I mean, why are they picking that guy first? Does it matter whether you have... I don't know. All right, so we only have one person sitting around at this moment. I'm going to go and hire people probably in, I'm going to call this an episode fairly shortly because I think you guys get the idea. Let's put the time back on. Probably could have started building that slightly before. Oh, let's do this too. I'm going to bulldoze this field. Yes. And what I want to do is, field should be at least 30 long, but I am going to take this paved road, and I should have probably done this to start. And we're going to fill in this whole area with the grass. There you go. So I didn't notice, did it make a field? Yes. All right, so fields need to be 30 long. And those, by the way, are 30 long. I kind of wish I wish there was a way you could just add a little bit to a field, you know? So you can't just tack onto that one. That would be nice. But I want to put a road right over here because we'll ramp up very shortly. No sense in doing it until the month is right. But we can jam probably about, probably 3 more houses here and another one over here. And then eventually, who knows? But that'll be like 6 B houses. And that'll be like really good money. So whatever field we put right here, and maybe we should do the road, will definitely be 30. All right. And I'm going to pause this for a minute. Well, no, I don't want to pause it because that thing's still building. There he goes. He's just showing up with our stuff now. So just out of my own curiosity, if we make this thing full size, yep, 32 by 28. So that works. Yep. Yeah, 30. Yep, this one's 32 long. So those fields over there could have been 2 longer. All right, well, this will be, we've been buying a good amount of wheat. Let's make this a decent-sized wheat field. Now, the problem I have here is that this is only 28. So if we come over to here, we want to make this field, yep, there's 20 by 30. Right? And let's see where that puts a road. Oh, we really should have put the road in first. Yeah, see, that's kind of dumb. Do that again. All right, so let's do the same thing here. 32 would bring us over to here. Yep, that's the right way. So let's just stretch this road straight out, and then we'll just put a field like right in there. These fields are costing us a lot of money, but hey, So this field's just going to be too small. If you look, that's only 24, so this would have to be a hand-done field. And you know what? We've spent enough money on fields. I gotta, but that's good because we need fields. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there you go. I don't think. Well, I guess. I wonder if the fields would have cost less if I waited these 8 days. So I'm going to wait a few days. I am going to put in some more bee houses. And I'm going to get... Oh, our tractor thing's already built. Might as well go buy that while you guys are here. Okay, we'll get the plow. Yep. And then let's go get the tractor. Yeah, we want this guy. I mean, is there any benefit to this guy? I have no idea. Like... just doesn't. This one has a front PTO. This one doesn't look like it has a front PTO. I don't know. I just don't know. We're gonna buy it, and then that'll get delivered. And while we're waiting for that, we might as well get a cultivator. We said we'd get the big one, even though I'm not sure why. Alright, so that filled up that whole garage. So our problem now is we don't have space for any more equipment, but that's okay, because that's quite a bit of work. Now let's take a look at this. Yeah, that's perfect. Those fields are all going to get covered by that. We could probably stick a field or 2 over here, too, if we wanted, but let's just one step at a time. And there you go. Yeah, so that's, more or less strengthening our position. I'm going to, we'll keep an eye on our money. It just dropped back down pretty greatly. We only got 50,000 only. I mean, it's still a good amount. We'll definitely be able to get 6 more bee huts going if we want. But that would also probably mean if we got all 6 going, we probably would need another house. Which is one of the reasons I'm kind of leaving this space open to kind of keep people close to where they work as we start getting busier. Obviously, as we ramp up, we're going to want to expand, but I don't want to. I want to leave some room to be smart about where we put things, you know? Not jam everything right on top of each other where we'd have to destroy it and cost ourselves a lot more money in the long run. Well, there you go. So let me, I'll progress and probably even come back in the next episode to show you how we're getting on during summertime. I don't expect a whole lot more changing. Maybe when we go to buy this stuff, I'll come back. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Strengthening our position. Take care. Bye-bye.